Have you ever noticed how some people vanish from your life without a single fight? No dramatic goodbye, no accusations, just silence. And suddenly, everything feels different. Now imagine if you were the one who chose to disappear, not out of anger, but out of awareness. What would happen if, instead of explaining, you observed? If, instead of proving, you protected your peace? That's the moment everything shifts. Because here's a truth most people don't want you to realize. Your availability is your vulnerability. You've been taught that being kind means being accessible, that love means answering immediately, that friendship means sacrificing your time, your energy, your boundaries. But here's the lie. People don't always love you. They love the version of you that always says yes, the version that answers calls at 2 a.m., that drops everything to help, even when you're drowning. And the moment you stop, they say you've changed. You're cold, selfish, distant. But you know what? That's projection. They're not upset because you changed. They're upset because they can't use you the same way anymore. The day you choose silence over reaction, distance over drama, clarity over chaos, that's the day you begin to reclaim your power. Because not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. Not everyone earns the right to your time, your listening, your energy. When you become unavailable, people panic, not because you're gone, but because their access to your energy, your validation, your attention is gone. And suddenly, they're left with themselves, their own emptiness, their own noise, their own shadows. Let's get this clear. Choosing detachment is not rejection. It's redirection. You're not pushing people away out of hate. You're choosing to stay close to yourself. That's not selfish. That's spiritual maturity. Carl Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakens." So ask yourself, how many of your dreams are just noise you've absorbed from others? How much of your energy is being drained just to keep people comfortable? The truth? Your silence will upset people who relied on your chaos. Your boundaries will frustrate those who benefited from your lack of them. And your growth will feel like betrayal to those who never intended to grow with you. But this discomfort is part of your awakening. Because healing doesn't look like love and light. It looks like solitude. It looks like walking away. It looks like becoming the villain in someone else's story just to become the hero in your own. So take a moment. Breathe. Pull back. Not to disappear, but to reconnect. This is your sacred retreat. The space where you stop being a puppet and become the creator. Where you no longer react, but respond with intention. You are not here to be everyone's therapist, caretaker, savior. You are here to be whole. And sometimes wholeness requires silence, space, and solitude. Now I want you to ask yourself honestly, who have you been keeping around just because you're afraid of being alone? Whose expectations are you carrying like weights on your back? And how many pieces of yourself are scattered in the hands of people who don't even know your soul? It's time to call those pieces back, to stop being available to everyone, and start being available to yourself. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment. I choose myself. Let's see how many of us are ready to walk this new path. And if you're serious about reclaiming your peace, check out the next video. It'll change the way you look at your energy forever.